Matthew in Linden, New Jersey writes to me, "Greetings, Paul." Greetings, Matthew. As most people warm up their tubes prior to listening, does any degradation occur during this static phase or only when music is actively playing? Also, would louder volumes shorten tube's lifespan? Well, that's a great question. And I think the answer is that a tube's lifespan has not that much to do with the playing of the tube, but mostly having it on. So a vacuum tube, if you think about it, is a three-part device. It has the cathode, which is what we might want to call the heater, which is a coil of tungsten or some other substance that's the glowing part. And as you put a voltage onto that, it turns on and glows and starts boiling electrons off. And just like a light bulb is heated up to a much higher temperature, so it turns like white hot, and that boils off photons, and that's why we see light. This is at a much lower temperature, and it's boiling off electrons. Photons too, because that's why you see it, but mostly it's designed to boil off electrons. Then the middle part is called our grid, and that's like a little fly swatter that's going to control these boiling electrons to send them up to the plate, which is at the top. And then around that whole thing, you have this glass envelope and a vacuum. So in my experience, vacuum tubes age over time and use, mostly use. Just leaving it on at idle will degrade over time that filament in there, that tungsten boiling heater in there is what, in my experience, gets old and eventually needs to be replaced. To the question about if you play it too loud, that's a good question, and I don't know that much about tubes and the use of them as power devices. I probably should bone up on that because I am no expert on tubes, but now you have what I know about their tube life. So in general, I don't think it harms it to run it for a long time, other than that filament that I described. So anybody has a different set, jump right in the comment section. I know you will. All right, thanks. Bye.